In today's video, I'm going to be telling you all about TaskRocky, a project management tool with big ambitions, and it's working to challenge the big players. To get started with TaskRocky, click Sign In. You can sign in through Google if you like. Once you're logged in, you'll see the dashboard. If we do a quick tour, you can just change the background lights. You have the notifications. You can log out. You'll see like a list of the active projects and the other things that you have and your rank as well, because TaskRocky is like a gamified system. The way it works. You can add quick notes if you like. You can add to-dos as well with a priority, just to really remind you about what's going on. If we look at some of the other sections, if we quickly look at projects, you can create a project here. Messages and we have rank as well because it is a gamified system. Okay, if we go back to projects, let's quickly create a project. If we give our project a name, my test project, this is a test project as a description. You also have the option to upload an image over here, which is what I'm going to do very quickly. You can upload JPG, JPEG, and PNG up to 4 megabytes. And if we create the project, okay, we do have to refresh the page. And here's our test project. Once you created the project, you have the option to mark it as complete. You can edit the project and you can delete the project if you like. Let's quickly go inside and see what's in here. How the project area looks like. You can add a task. You can invite team members. If we go back quickly, you can also give them roles as well. So I'm not sure in the future if you can create new roles. You have an about section, like about the project, how long it's been going on, its description, and where it stands. You have a Kanban. Yeah, this Kanban thingy is coming soon. And you also have tasks. You can see where the task is, and you can also switch between these tabs if you want to just see how everything's going. You can also switch with your role and someone else's role. There's also the remaining tasks and the completed task. If we quickly create a new task, let's call it my test task. This is a test task. Let's assign it to myself. We can also add an image date, which is really cool. Due date is on the 22nd, and the priority, let's set it as high. Create task. Here's my task. It's due in 10 days. Let's create another task very quickly. Let's call it my task 2. My task 2. Let's assign it to me as well. Lucky me, I guess. And if we do a due date and the priority, let's set it as medium. Because this thing is a gamified one, you can, if you go back to the dashboard, you'll see your projects, you'll see the active projects, you'll see the completed projects, and that's what's here basically. And you also have a to-do list as well, which is pretty cool. So once you tick it, it's done. If we untick it, let's see what happens. I do like this thing over here as well. If we go back to our projects, okay, this is nice. You can actually see like all of the projects under one tab, so you can quickly switch between them. I decided to log out and log back in just to see what happens, and nothing really happened, to be honest with you. But it's pretty cool because I thought like it may add something else. So if we go back to the projects and if we go back to my test project, switch the tasks, like let's see what happens if we start working. Okay, so it's showing us in progress. If we make it as mark as complete, no, we don't want to mark it as complete. We want to review it actually. But where do we review it? That's actually a really great question. Where do we actually review this thing? But let's just mark it as complete for now. It's been marked as complete. And if we go back to our task, if we do the same thing here, this is a test review. Okay, and if we go to reviews, you can see here, this doesn't make a bit of sense, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, if we go back to completed, we can see kind of like what's completed and what's in review. And if we go back to our dashboard, we're still newbies, unfortunately. But in a nutshell, that's pretty much how TaskRocky works. I personally like TaskRocky. I think it's a really cool project management system. It's simple, efficient enough for getting what you want done. If you compare it to things like Jira and Asana, for example, those things are overbloated. They have too much stuff. Or if you compare it to the Talon board, I'm not sure what that one's called, but I have a link here and the screenshot. Those are over. That one is just way too simple. But I feel like TaskRocky is a mix between something simple enough that anyone can use it easily, and it has a bit of more complex features. I definitely think whoever is building it is on the right track. I think they need to iron out a few things here and there, but overall, it is an amazing system that's very easy to use, and I think anyone can get started really quickly without having to learn a bit much about it. The only thing is I'm not really sure is how does the gamified system work, for example. I never really understood that part, and it didn't really, yeah, like having the messages here, like the Cabana board thingy over here doesn't really make sense because they're not really ready features. But yeah, it is what it is. I think overall I would give it a 7 out of a 10 from my book. I definitely recommend you guys should use it, and I've attached a link in the description below. Let me know your thoughts. What did you think about TaskRocky? Did you like it? Did you not like it? And if you like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.